Do not stay too long where you don't belong. That's going to be the topic of this video. I want to say hello to all my new subscribers. There are 12,000 of you that have joined my channel just this week alone, and that is incredible. I prayed for that, and I will be making videos to maintain that. And I want to say that I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I'm recording on my Mac, so it's a little weird to look directly at the black circle. So I'm looking at my screen. At the same time, I am in the middle of a day trade, right? I'm doing the Tokyo session right now. So if you hear me clicking around, just know I'm focused. But I want to address this topic because I recently had a video go viral where I just said that, I was with somebody that was great and wonderful. Honestly, the best partner that I've had as far as choosing somebody who is good to you and kind to you. But I realized that just because you choose a partner that is good to you and that is kind to you does not mean you chose the right partner for you, right? I don't need flashy. I decided a long time ago that actually doesn't fit my lifestyle at all. It doesn't fit who I am. I've had men gift me Cuban links. That is not who I am. I am a dainty, feminine woman. I don't want to wear a Cuban link, right? And if I did, it was like for a day or something, whatever, but it's just not my style. Flashy is not my style when it comes to a certain type of aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to overly elaborate on that. I want a beautiful home. I want multiple homes. I want multiple different beautiful cars. I want beautiful clothes. I want all the fruits of the world. If they can have it, so can I. But there's a certain demure, calm, quiet male that is very attractive to me. He's so powerful to me. Quiet doesn't mean he's able to be ran over. It doesn't mean that he's not important. It just means he doesn't need to make his presence known. His presence is felt. And that to me is so attractive. So when I say don't stay too long where you don't belong, I just want to remind you guys that you do not have to be in a relationship with the first person that's next to you. You don't. And when you're choosing toxic partners like I was, right? I've only ever had 3 boyfriends. 2 of them, on a scale of 1 to toxic, they were toxic. The bar, like manipulative, narcissistic, that was them. And then this 3rd relationship was the complete opposite. We don't shout at each other. We don't yell at each other. We don't get in each other's face. We don't talk mean to each other. All of the things that you would think like, oh, this is great. But because it was my first time experiencing that, I put it on a pedestal and I poured into it and I poured into it and I poured into it. And I was waiting for my return. Like, I'm a woman that really loves words of affirmation. I really love for you to tell me how you think about my mind. Like, what do you think about my mind? What do you think about what I just told you? Tell me that you feel I'm beautiful. I love to hear the sweet nothings, as some people call them, but it means something when it comes from the person that you love. And I wasn't hearing that, right? And so maybe that meant that maybe I wasn't really initially his type. I don't know. And what I won't sit here and do is speak for someone else. I can just tell you I wasn't fulfilled in multiple different areas. Second, being challenged. I wanted to be challenged. That doesn't mean combative, argumentative. I don't want any of that. After seeing how kind this person was, I realized that you can have kindness, but you can also have ambition. And I am so ambitious. I am so excited about the future. I'm very aware of the present. I'm very grateful for the present. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have you guys here and just willing to listen to me. But I know that soon it's going to be you and I and a million other people here on this channel. And I know that because I know everything is possible. It's not a limit to how far we can take this, right? So I believe that in all areas of my life. I don't have to stop because I met a kind person who's good where they are. And I tried my best to challenge this person and say like, hey, let's go do this, let's go do this, let's 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 do this. But it's like, if they don't want to do that, I also don't want to change a person. See, as a Virgo, that's something that I'm really, really, really working on. Ooh, hold on. Let me get this money. That's something that I'm really working on, is not changing a person, right? If you're willing to, I would love to help, but I don't want to just come into your life and demand that you change things. Like, you need to dress this way, you need to do this way, you need to do this way. I would love a man that's open to improvement. Wonderful. Wonderful. But I don't want to just come in and impose my beliefs on you. I want it to be a mutual effort for greatness. And I know one thing, that God is not the author of confusion. Think about that, right? I'm not a Christian woman, but I believe in God. I don't, it's not a belief, it's a fact for me. God exists. There is something more powerful than me in this world, 1,000,000%. And it's not another human. It is an energy. It is an essence. It is undeniable. And in knowing that, I know that the desires that have been given to me and the knowledge that has been put in my head, it doesn't just stop there. It's not like, oh, I just put this thought in your head and now that's it. Now you have a unfulfilled thought in your head. That is not the end of it for me. I know that the thought was put in my head because the destination is a possibility. So do not stay somewhere too long where you do not belong, because it is very hard to get out of it. Once you have a child by a man, it is very hard to just say, well, I'm done, because you have another human to consider. It is very hard to leave a man when you've become completely financially dependent on him. Very hard. It takes a certain woman to do that. And if you're already in that situation, if you already have the kid and you're already financially dependent on that man, I want you to know you can still leave. And this is not me trying to coach women to leave their relationships. This is me reminding you that your options are unlimited. You can do anything in this world that you so choose to do. But remaining in a relationship that was never meant for you, or that just simply ran its course, you can love that person. You don't have to stay with them. You do not have to stay with them. I don't know where that accent just came from. You don't have to stay with them. You're allowed to leave. Okay? So I just want you to keep that in mind. And the worst cage is the one with the door open. When you're in a relationship with a man and you know you don't want to be there anymore, just know the door's open, and that's the worst type of cage. The door's open. You can leave. You're just scared of the possibilities that's on the other side. You're nervous about, what does life look like for me now that I have to restart and we've been together 13 years? Doesn't matter. Believe in yourself. Remember who you are. Remember your power. Remember that you came from something unearthly. That's genuinely what I always go back to, because it's not just, oh, my parents got together and had a kid. It's literally an endless ladder that kept happening. An endless ladder. Their parents, and then 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 she had to travel all the way to Italy to meet him, and then they had a baby. This is not a coincidence. You are not put here to just deal with a man because you have to. You are put here to build something that is meaningful to you, whatever that is. Mine, personally, my goals are billionaire. My goals are huge. I want to change the world. I want to help people all over the world. I want to help children. I want to help homeless. I want to do all the work. That doesn't have to be your dream, and it doesn't mean it's any less significant, but you're not put here just to be that man's partner. Who are you? What do you want from this world? What do you want from this experience? I don't care if you're 49, if you're 21, if you're 36, or if you're 24. You do not have to be with somebody just because you've been with somebody, just because you had a kid with them. You are allowed to make a decision for yourself. And let me be really honest with you. I absolutely cried 4 days this week. My eyes were puffy. I was snot in my nose. I called him like, what are we doing? And then today I woke up and I snapped out of it. I snapped out of it because I asked him, is this worth fighting for? And his answer was absolutely. I just don't have the fight in me. And it's not because of you. It's not because of anything other than the fact that I don't have the same dreams that you have. You talk about buying a jet, Christina. That's not realistic for me. Pack it up. Pack it up. And not because I want you to pack it up. I wanted you to be on that fucking jet with me. I wanted you on that jet with me. I don't care who owned it. I wanted you right here with me. But you don't think you're capable. And when you have somebody around you who doesn't think they're capable, they will start to put doubt in you. Not because they want to, or not because they mean harm, or not because it's malicious, but because that's unrealistic to him. And to me, it's just about 3 years of hard work. 3 years of hard work, I could buy a jet. I'm talking meaningful, intentional content, posting consistently, making the right connections, being in the right room, and then purchasing the jet. Boom. I can't be with somebody who doesn't believe in me. And if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in me. There's no way you're like, oh, I believe you can have a jet, but I don't believe I can have a jet. You are me. We are together. So do not stay too long where you do not belong. You already know, you've already known. The question isn't when. It's why are you still there?